hold onto your coffee because the drama in Genoa City just kicked into a gear we didn't know existed. Forget resolutions. January 2nd on The Young and the Restless was all about dangerous choices, shattered families, and a chilling promise that's got our hearts pounding. Let's dive into the emotional whirlwind, shall we? A desperate animal and a father's plan. Over at the Newman Ranch, the air was thick with tension. Nick filled Victor in on his unsettling meeting with Matt. While Nick hoped the financial offer would be Matt's lifeline, the man's eerie silence screamed trouble. Victor, ever the strategist, cut to the core. A man with nothing to lose is the most dangerous kind. He painted Matt as a wounded, desperate animal, cornered and unpredictable after losing everything to his own AI creation. Nick's fear wasn't for the money. It was that Matt's desperation would make Sienna his collateral damage. But Victor, with that familiar glint in his eye, assured him they still held the cards. The mission? Find Sienna before Matt's time ran out. When a text from the madman himself buzzed Nick's phone, Victor offered muscle. Nick refused. Matt's too smart for a clumsy ambush. But a whisper of an alternative game plan from Victor hinted that the mighty lion was already moving pieces on a chessboard only he could see. A family on the edge, fear, guilt, and unlikely allies. Meanwhile, at Sharon's, Noah was coming apart at the seams. The silence on Sienna's whereabouts was torture. Sharon tried to soothe him, reminding him Nick was on it, but Noah was drowning in guilt. I should have stayed put. I led us right to him. The mood shifted when Adam arrived, offering New Year's wishes that quickly turned into a sharp reality check. He questioned everything. Was Sienna a victim, or was she Matt's perfect bait in this revenge plot against the Newmans? Noah, fiercely defensive, launched into a passionate defense of the woman he loves, her strength, her resilience, her heart. The argument hit a peak until Sharon, the ultimate peacemaker, stepped in. In a raw moment, she admitted she'd been too hard on Sienna. Even Adam softened, telling Noah, if you trust her, then I'm on board. It was a fragile, powerful truce, but the fear was palpable. Noah's voice broke as he imagined Sienna alone and terrified. Just as they vowed it was an all-hands-on-deck situation, Victor arrived with an update that stopped everyone cold. Nick was meeting Matt alone, and no, backup wasn't an option. Victor's plans, as always, were already in motion. Proof of life and a promise of death. In that grim motel room, our worst fears were confirmed. Sienna stirred, groggy and disoriented as Matt loomed over her. He snapped a photo, cold, transactional proof of life for the deal. But the moment the camera lowered, the mask slipped. He told a terrified Sienna point blank, "You don't have a future." The chills were real. This wasn't just about money anymore. A heartbreaking choice, Mariah embraces the dark. While the Newman saga unfolded, a quieter, more personal tragedy was reaching its peak. Tessa, seeking solace, found Daniel at Crimson Lights. Their connection was undeniable, a spark reigniting. She confessed she'd started divorce proceedings, a decision fueled by silence and a breaking point. I'm living in limbo. I deserve better. Arya deserves better. Daniel, surprised by the finality, offered unwavering support, even as he wrestled with his own guilt. But where was Mariah? In a lonely motel room, staring at a photo of her family, her smile with Tessa and baby Arya a ghost of a past life. Haunted by the lullabies she'd never sing, she was visited by the spectral figure of Ian. He was the voice of her deepest, darkest despair. You think you can go back? That's a fairy tale, he hissed, forcing her to stare into a metaphorical mirror. He twisted the knife. Arya wasn't her blood. Tessa had moved on, and her very presence would only hurt them more. You burned your life to the ground. Let it be ash. What followed was one of the most gut-wrenching scenes we've witnessed. Sobbing, shattered, Mariah took the photo of her family and tore it in half. A guttural scream tore from her as the pieces fluttered to the floor. Ian praised her, calling this destruction the first step. He urged her to embrace the darkness, to find a new, twisted purpose. Calling himself her fallen guardian angel, he cited scripture about faith, not sight. In a moment of terrifying surrender, a hollow-eyed Mariah agreed. Nothing can go wrong with our plan. Her light has been extinguished. My heart is absolutely broken for her. The stakes skyrocketed. Later, Nick met Matt in a tense exchange. Matt provided proof, a harrowing video of a drugged Sienna, but the goalposts moved. Now he demanded $5 million, and his threat was crystalline. No money, no Sienna. I will kill her, he stated, with a terrifying calm. Nick played along, calling Victor to say Matt was on the move, a signal that their secret plan was in play. Back at Sharon's, Nick confirmed Sienna was alive, but the new demand sent Noah into a rage. Adam focused on the sliver of hope. She's alive, that's what matters. Victor promised her safe return, but that promise felt hollow when we cut back to Matt in the motel. Annie, looking hopeful, asked if this meant Sienna and Noah could live once the money came through. Matt turned to her, his expression blank, utterly chilling. What would give you that idea? He spelled out his true endgame with a malice that stole our breath. This only ends with Sienna and Noah in a deep, dark grave. The bottom line, January 2nd wasn't just a new chapter, it was a descent. Matt has revealed himself as a true psychopath, playing a financial game while planning a double murder. And Mariah, in her profound agony, has been led into a darkness we fear she may not escape. The battle lines are drawn. The Newmans must outsmart a killer, while one of Genoa City's brightest souls is lost in the shadows. Tomorrow can't come soon enough, but honestly, I'm almost afraid to watch. What did you think of that jaw-dropper? Are you as terrified for Sienna as I am? And can Mariah ever find her way back from that cliff edge? Pour out your thoughts and theories below. We need to process this together.